So this is called a 90-day sales activation email. Now, what this does is it basically just sends an email that you write once. It sends it out to your list on autopilot every 90 days. It's as simple as that. Now, this email is specifically written in a very specific way by a man called Jim Rohn. It's called the 9-word email, and apparently has one of the highest response rates of any marketing email because it asks a question. And what we want is replies to our emails, because anyone who replies to our emails increase our sending domain reputation. So this is why this one's a really good one to start with. It's really quick and easy to do, and you are likely to start sales conversations from this email. So basically, you're going to, and you can get your ChatGPT or your AI of choice to help you word what should mine say. So I would recommend you go to your AI of choice and say, I am going to send the famous 9-word email to my list. And can you help me word that for me, or give me 10 different suggestions of a 9-word email that I could send, taking everything you know about me and my business. So this is just a way of helping you find out. So for instance, when I was teaching online courses and only teaching online courses, mine simply said, hey, first name, are you still thinking about creating an online course? If I was focusing on memberships, I'd be like, hi, first name, are you still thinking about creating a membership? So yours could be, hey, are you still thinking about losing weight? Are you still thinking about running those ads? Are you still thinking about making your family work better with the ADHD in your home? Whatever it might be, okay? Either way, you need a 9-word sentence that is, are you still thinking about whatever it is that you do? ? Because this encourages replies and responses. And of course, it's in your master template. So you've got your PS thing at the bottom. There is a template inside your account called the 90-day sales reactivation sequence. I'm going to open a demo of that right now. Please don't go looking for it right now. You can go back and look for this afterwards. I just want to make sure that you can access and know how to edit this afterwards. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into our automated workflows. Workflows is where this all lives. There is a search bar on the right-hand side. Just type in 90 in that search bar, and you should see something like 90-day sales reactivation sequence. If yours isn't in there and you can't find it later, please email me, sarah@techmatics.com, and one of the team will pump it to your account for you, okay? So what we're going to do, as always, make sure you make this a habit. Go to the little right-hand corner of your template, press the 3-dot ellipses, and press duplicate workflow. Because if you mess it up, you've still got the original. Oh, what did I just press over there? So again, you might like to put your star or your name on it so that you know that it's your one, and just press create, okay? Oh, something has completely frozen on my computer. Just gonna let that open for a second. Okay, there it is. So if you can't find it, press the little clock up here, and it will bring the most recent thing that you've created to the top of your dashboard. The clock for me is my favorite button I press in workflows because it brings everything straight to the top. So here's what the whole workflow looks like. I'm just going to pull it really small. So it's a very small, tiny workflow. I'll explain it and then I'm going to open it up. The first thing we have is what's called our trigger. Okay, so this is our trigger. Our trigger is, in this case, that they are a contact in our system, or that they have the tag mailing list. So if you're starting this from scratch, I would recommend you add another trigger. So press add a trigger, and we're going to go down to the contact section, and we're going to make our trigger that we have a new contact created. So trigger contact created. We're going to press save trigger. What this means is that from this point onwards, anytime a brand new contact is added to your system, contact created, they will automatically be put into this sequence. So no matter when in the future someone joins your contact list, they will be added here. Now, I've got tag mailing list because I already had contacts in my system that I wanted to add to this workflow. So by saying anyone who is tagged with mailing list is also put in here, just want to make sure that were included as well. So we want to really make this contact created. So anyone new from this point. Now, by the way, we can go into our contacts, press select all, and then add them all to this workflow. Anyone that already exists, we can go to contacts, select all, add to workflow, add to the 90-day sales reactivation sequence, okay? But contact created is your best one. I just had that old one in there because that's how I triggered a workflow in the past, but I'm just going to do contact created. Now we've got our trigger in place. Next, we want to just wait for 90 days, okay? Because if they're a new contact, they've probably been added to our welcome sequence. We don't want to email them right away. We're going to just wait for 90 days. So this is a simple wait step, wait for 90 days, easy. Then we have the email that we want to send them. So I'm going to show you how to add your template or replace this with your own template. Click on the email, scroll down. Now, first of all, the from name here, you need to press this little tag, needs to be you. It needs to be your account name. Okay, so let me show you again. Tag your account name means the person who owns the account. That's who it's from. Okay. From email, it should say location.email. That is the email address. That's the proper sending domain that's been connected to your account. If you have nothing there, press the tag and I want you to go to account email and it will say location.email. All right. Subject line, up to you, but I would put it something like, are you still thinking about, and then make sure you actually fill that with creating your course or doing your thing or getting X result. Make sure you actually fill that subject line in. But what we're going to do is we are going to choose our email template. Here, there'll be some generic template hole in there. Click on the three dots, press edit design. Oops, no, I want to delete that design. Where is it? Remove. Sorry, I missed remove. Press the three dots, press remove. You don't want the template that's already in there. You want to add your master email template. So press select existing template, search for a template, master, and there's your master email template we've just created. Press tick. All right, now we're going to press edit design. Here is the important part, my friends. Do not forget this next step. We're going to not type in our master email template because this will edit the actual master template. We're going to press save as a new template. This is not called master. It's called our 90-day sales activation email. Okay. We're using the master template to create this email. Continue. So it's going to now save it. See, now it's not the master template anymore. It's the 90-day sales activation email. So now we know we're not editing our master template. And all this is going to say is, are you still thinking about losing weight? Boom, there's my email. And then it's going to be from me. And guess what? All of my PS is already there. My call to action is still there. My unsubscribe footer is still there. Save. Done. Didn't have to rebuild the whole template again. How good is that? So now we press save, we close that, we press save on the email. And yes, I want to change my template. And that's it. That's all we have to do. New contact created, wait for 90 days. They get that email. And then we have this go to action. What this does is go bloop, 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 and then they wait for 90 days and then it sends again. It just perpetually goes round and round and round every 90 days for the rest of time. You no longer have to think about your sales activation outreach. How flipping cool is that? Now, if you already have a load of contacts in your system and you want to add them to this workflow, let me show you how to do that. You're going to go into your contacts. By the way, this is a pretend account. All the contacts on here are not real, but press contacts and you're then going to click on the box that says select contacts, select all contacts, right? So they're all selected. So that was the all contacts and then all contacts. And then you have an option to trigger an automation. So click on trigger an automation. Action name is for you, adding to the 90-day sequence. That's just for you. What workflow? Yes, I want to send them to a workflow. Which one? I want to send them to my new 90-day. Oh, I didn't press publish. So I needed to have pressed publish on it. This is a pretend account. If I'd press publish, that would now be showing here and I'd select it and then we'd press add to automation. And that would add all of these people to that automation, which I'm not going to do because it's a pretend account and nothing of them are going to send. Okay. So I'm just going to see if there's any questions before I go to the next one. So Andrew's saying, could you use this for cold leads? I've got to be very careful how I use this one. The answer is, can it technically be used for cold leads? Absolutely. Do lots and lots of business owners use workflow automations for following up, touching back with, constantly being in touch with cold leads? Absolutely, they do. How you acquired those cold leads and whether you've added them to mass mailing is a very different legal matter. Okay, there are very strict anti-spam laws, privacy laws, adding people to mass mailing list laws. I am not a lawyer. I cannot provide legal advice. It is very important that you go and find out whether it's legal for you to add contacts to mass mailing lists. The other thing I just want to let you know about is that, yes, people do it. And people that I've seen do this, right, do it from a burn domain, not their real domain. The reason why is because if you're sending out to cold lists, the chances of you having a very high bounce rate and a high spam report rate are very high. If you get a 0.3 bounce rate, your entire sending domain can get entirely suspended permanently forever, and you will never be able to send emails from that domain ever again. That's not a Techmatics thing. That's an international email law thing. And it is very much something that you cannot control or get back. So people that do and use cold outreach as a marketing method, they will buy a burn domain that is really close to their business name. So for example, let's say I was going to do it from Techmatics. I would not send cold emails from techmatics.com because obviously if I hit a certain spam rate, we'd never be able to send emails from techmatics.com ever again. So what I would do if I was going to do this, right, is I would buy something like techmaticsales.com. It's not the same domain. It's a completely separate domain. And that would enable me to send out cold emails from that domain. If that domain got burned, spammed, binned, suspended, right, it wouldn't impact my main business sending domain. Can you see where I'm going with that? So all I'm saying is be careful, know the law. You are responsible for emails that you send, and you cannot add people to mass mailing lists. That's all I'm going to say on that one, okay? Everyone gets after 90 days. Yeah, the 90-day sales reactivation sequence is a workflow that you just have running all the time permanently behind the scenes. Add all of your existing contacts to it who are on your mailing list and make sure that trigger is contact created so that all future contacts that join your contact list are also automatically added to that 90-day sequence. And it's just on and permanently running behind the scenes, which is very cool.